All right, let's go ahead and go to Christine LaCroix. Christine?
Well, hi there. We're going to talk now about some of the legal implications that could happen today. I've got attorney Brent Kleinman. And Brent, we've discussed this. We've heard this before. There's multiple possibilities for a verdict in the Arias trial. There's, of course, first-degree murder, which is premeditated murder. There's second degree, which is a lesser offense. And then you have the manslaughter or acquittal. So let's talk about first-degree murder. If that happens, what's next for Jodi Arias?
Well, with the first-degree murder, there's the two different options, either the felony or the premeditated murder. And if they come back with any combination of all 12 agreeing on first-degree murder, they're going to immediately go into a sentencing phase where the state then has to prove that the death penalty is the proper sentence for Jodi Arias. And once they complete that, the jury will go back, deliberate, and decide yes or no. If they say yes, then the defense will come out and present why they believe the death penalty is not appropriate, and the jury will deliberate.
Right, so first degree carries with it the possibility of either the death penalty or life in prison. What about second degree? That's not premeditated. Talk about what would happen if she got that.
If second degree, if they come back with a second degree murder verdict, the jury is going to be excused at the end of the day today. They're going to go home, and the court is going to set a sentencing hearing probably 30 to 60 days from now for Jodi Arias to be found sentenced to somewhere between 15 and 25 years in prison.
And then the least of the offenses, other than acquittal, of course, would be manslaughter. And what would happen there? With
manslaughter, similar to the second degree, the jury is done today, sentencing hearing comes, and you're looking at something from 8 to 16 years, and where with something, if manslaughter comes back, she's already served almost 5 years. It's probably another year or two she would be in prison, and then she'd be a free woman.
Now, with first and second degree murder, especially after that, it's not over. There's a lengthy appeals process. What would happen after that? Talk a little bit about that appeals process.
Well, with the appeals, I mean, first degree, obviously, there's the automatic appeal to the Supreme Court. It skips the Court of Appeals, and then they'll hear that. And that's probably a year process. Now, second degree murder, depending on what the sentence is, they may not appeal it. They may go with whatever they get and say serve out the next 7 to 10 years and then be paroled from prison. But if they do appeal it, it goes to the Court of Appeals.
And then one thing that we haven't heard that much about in the media is the potential for an acquittal for Jodi Arias. When would she walk out of prison a free woman if that were to happen?
Well, that would probably take a few days to wrap out, but I would say by the end of this week she would be able to leave prison if they came back with an acquittal. Really, the only thing we can rule out today is it wasn't a hung jury.
All right, Brent, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and send it back to you guys.